One, two, ready, go. Let's do this very short lesson. We just got done with a technology lesson, which was a lot of fun. Let me stop that really quickly. And getting ready for Chord Academy tomorrow. But here's what I wanted to show you guys is we've been dealing with this minor 11. And in fact, I did this all keys PDF for all of our subscribers and all of our, anyway, for our academies and even in the new membership area. So you have this in all keys. So let me tell you what's happening. D minor 11 with the C. Put a D minor triad with a C major, really nice gospel voicing, right? And then you can spread that out to get a D minor with a C major. And what I was just doing there is I was turning on the metronome thing, click, and you hit this, just like get the ball rolling by just thinking whole notes. Now, there might be a little delay between my piano and the track just because that's the way the internet works, especially between apps. But you'll at least get the gist. So D minor, and you go, just kind of let it settle. Listen to the rhythm track. Try to lock in with that. 1, 2, ready, go. Don't worry if you mess up. There's no really wrong notes. And I'm always thinking about melody. So if I'm thinking, right, I'm thinking, that's a very simple melody, but that's the way I like to think. So let's get that going again. Just going D minor 11, and then B flat, 2, 3, 4. Now watch how I'm rolling that up. Right, the voicing is just C minor with D, but do this. I often tell people it's like when you play guitar and you're finger picking and you roll, you hit the bottom note and the top note, just kind of roll it up. It fills out the rhythm, but also just gives you nice something to roll up to. You might want to change that melody note. So, then here. 3, 4. That's the way I change the melody there. Now we're going to change the rhythm in just a second. Just want you guys to remember that as you have these apps going, your metronome going on, you're letting the time go by and just kind of like listen to it. And when you add your chord, you're just seeing how you might want to fit in. So I might do this. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Very simple. Do it again. 2, 3, 4. See what I did that time? I did it like twice. I did so 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. And simple. That time I went 3, 4, 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1. 3 and a 4 E, or I go 3 and a 4 E. two E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. That's a fun little thing to do. All right, let's do it. Let's back up. So we're doing D minor with C major. Just kind of let that go. Let the time go by. And a 4 E and a. Now I might double it. I go. Then B flat. Right there, I was just doing and a 1, and a 4 E, 1 E, and a 2 E, and a 3 E, and a 4 E, and a 1, right? Da da da, da da da. All right, now I do not know if the chat is working. So since I have all these different academies and things, sometimes it's checked where you guys can't, it's just members only, which I never want that in the chat especially, but we have several people watching now. So if you are new here and maybe you are a member, I want you to put something in the chat so that I know the chat is active. The last thing I want to do on this short stream is to be by myself in this conversation about the D minor 11. And while I'm waiting for you guys to chime in the chat, this D minor, even that is a beautiful example. The D minor with C major, what a great voicing that is. And you spread it out, then you have D, A, and F in a 10th. And then remember that you have C major in the right hand. And I could go all day long, I could think C major right there. All right, Vicky's here. All right, good to see you, Vicky. So we need some non-members to chime in. Awesome. Very good. Okay, glad you're here. Okay, so notice how I was easing into that, right? You turn on the track, the app, and I'm just getting D minor, and I'm practicing rolling. I play guitar as well, and I know a lot of you do as well, but just the idea of kind of hitting the bottom and the top, let's listen to that when I roll that up. 3 and 4 and up. 3 and a 4 and up. And maybe I repeat it again. Now, how about B flat? And a 1, and a 1, 2 E, and a 3, and a 4 E, da da da. So 3 E and a 4 E, and a 1 E, and a 2 E, and a 3 E, and a 4 E, and a 1. right, now I hope you see that all I'm doing is just having fun, experimenting with basic rhythms. But probably the best thing I could say is use a metronome and or some kind of click, and then just practice like letting the time go by. Sometimes I'm just I'm gonna go super basic. Watch this. 2 D minor 11. Here we go. So you have this. Let's see. Let me see if that's somebody subscribed, or I'm trying to figure out. Okay, somebody just. Awesome. I love this new software now. The Paul subscribed and at least lets me know. So thank you for subscribing, Paul. And make sure you guys like this video if you're enjoying this. All right, here we go. Again, so D minor, let it settle. B flat, A. The time's going by no matter what, so you don't have to be super busy. And maybe I'll add G minor in this next time. Here we go. Or I'll wait on the G minor. So then I go G minor, then I'll settle it. I like that. That time I went D minor to F. Isn't that nice just to go that simple major voicing? Major 9, F major 9, da, then G minor, then B flat. I went to E half diminished there, right? Let's loop that D minor, B flat. That time I did 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and ba da 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 ba da. I kind of like that, so we'll do this. So this idea of 4 on the floor, sometimes I like that feel. Then you go to G13 if you want. Or triad. All right, let's break it down one more time just to make sure you guys understand that we're just experimenting, having fun, turning on some rhythm, and let the time go by. Everybody have that D minor 11? Vicky, I know you've got it. And then B flat. And the other thing, a couple other tips, so I repeat it sometimes. And sometimes I'll do like a, where I do 4E and a 4E, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a, or sorry, I did that wrong, 3E and a 4E, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. In terms of 16th notes, that's the way you're going to get it. Even when I do 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and I kind of like that with it. I could go that's kind of nice. And there, 2 and the 3 and 4, we go. So it goes something like this. I like that sometimes too, this rolling. And notice the time's still going by, right? So you're going, like, you could do just hold it, repeat it, B flat, again. Maybe walk it down. One more review and then we're done. Here we go. Get that down. go to G7, and you can go, your triads are really nice, what you can do there. And then maybe you want to add the F. Again. B flat. Maybe you want to walk it up. Maybe you want to do 4 on the floor, like. And a 1 and a 1. So sometimes I'm doing that just to show you, like I go. All right, let me stop that. And what questions do you have before I sign off? Here we go. What did you say, Vicky? Hold on, let me see if I can read this. Do you have the PDF? Yeah, you have the PDF. It's in the membership area. It's in with all the other PDFs from this week. It's 3/10/25 for all access. That has, but awesome. Good to see you. Thank you. It's in 3:10. Vance, how are you today? Vance, what kind of music do you like to play? Gospel, jazz, rock, pop, classical? What do you like? Gospel? Awesome. You guys like gospel? Swing and love gospel? Do you do hymns, things? You guys like hymns? And if so, what are some of the hymns you guys like? Old time gospel, very cool. Gospel, usual rhythm pattern. What are some old time gospel? I'm always up for learning. Steal Away Jesus, all right. I need to learn that one. I should probably know it, apparently. All right, you guys are giving me songs to learn. I love this. Just a closer walk with thee. That's definitely old school. I'm so glad. All right, give me a few more. I like that a lot. You like gospel in C and A minor? Sure. Lots of voicings you can use in C and A minor. And I love how they're, yeah, sure. Yeah, so it's key of C. So, if we're in the key of C, and what we did yesterday is Vance is talking about the gospel. So we were doing, I don't remember if we did a hymn or not, but this idea of the triads, right? It's sort of gospel 101 is that if you have your C triad, in the key of C, you can go C and D minor. We do the inversions, right? Right? So you have C, D minor in first in root position, then first inversion, and you need to learn both of those. And then you go C in second inversion, and that's the second. And I love to slide whenever I can slide a black key to a white key, I love doing that. So even this is a great exercise. And so when I go to the F chord or any bass note, it's going to work with those same two triads. So even though I'm in the key of C and I do D minor to C major in whatever inversion I want to do, notice that all those work. And even that, I'm doing the ands. Sometimes I'll do I'll hit the octave, then I'll do the ands with my C. So you go. So I need to listen to Steal Away, Jesus. I don't know that, and then I'm not sure if I know that I'm So Glad. But like, do you know another old one would be like I Surrender All? It would be a good one to kind of show you if I go all to Jesus I surrender. So I Surrender All would have C, and you can use those triads there, even there, C to D minor. To D flat just because we can. There you go. See how nice and simple those triads are? Now we'll walk it down. We'll go. Now watch. Anytime I'm going to add a chord, I probably will. And then you go triads. What's up, Jeffrey? Yeah, so I would say have fun with those triads like Vance was working on. You have C to D minor, C to D minor, and then go to root position. And that sounds really nice right there. And something that I was just doing earlier that I like to remind people is that if you have your triad, especially your second inversion triads, like get used to going in half steps on those, like C, down, B flat, and then I'm going to go to A minor, which A minor and C work so well together. Then I can go work on my half steps there. Da, da, da. Then that sets you up perfectly for an F major and a second inversion. So F in second inversion goes to G minor really nicely, right? So you have this 3 major triads, 3 minor triads. And a great exercise would be to do this. C, if you're in the key of C and you go to C, second inversion, then go up to your D in second inversion, and then go down to your 2 in first inversion. Isn't that a nice sound? I go. And what about over F? Same thing. How about A minor? Now, even if you did that little exercise where you're going, and then you go, same thing on F, or any note that you choose in the key of C. But I can always take that C arpeggio and arpeggiate it. I just go up and down, or I can add that second note, which I just did. That's a nice little thing to do, but I'm going. See how, especially on the second inversion triad, all these melody notes, da 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 da, no matter what bass note I'm doing, even that, listen to that. So you know how you can take, like if I'm in the key of C, we're doing some fun, easy things, but if I do hold the top G and I go da da da, how nice is that to go down to that A, right? It gets a nice little tension there with that major 7 and the 6. And I go, so maybe just those 2 ideas. D minor. So just then, I love what we just did there. We did C, and I just had D minor, but didn't it sound nice when I went to E minor too? Da, 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 da. Always thinking melody. Whatever chord you're playing, whatever song you're playing, think about that melodic line. Ba, da, da. da, 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 da. Thinking F there. Da, 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 da. There it is. I'm just kidding. All right, watch this. Even that putting that E minor second inversion to me sounds nice. You got your sharp 11 over your major 7 and your major 9. Da, da, da. When I first started learning piano, I was listening to Oscar Peterson, which is quite a steep learning curve. But I love all these Oscar Peterson type things, and all those are like 5 on the top and 2, 3, 2, 1. And then you just learn it in so many different ways. Like I've done whole little tutorials on all that works. Isn't that an amazing thing to think about if you go, and I do. And what you do is you start thinking what works. Now, I wouldn't play them just all back to back without any kind of just like nonsense of just in real time if I was actually playing a song. But if I'm experimenting and I go, I'd go to every single scale to agree. That gives me that sharp 11 right there. And you can do this. That's a great beginning thing that I love to teach people. This right here. D minor second inversion to C in second inversion over E bass. And then put that F triad with your G in the bass. Go up a half step. All right, any other questions before we hop off for today? I hope you guys have enjoyed this little fun lesson. I did a whole thing this morning for my YouTube community, not my YouTube community, my All Access community, and we did a whole 1 hour stream on technology, and it was amazing. It was so good, I'm going to have to do a technology too, but it was all the apps you can use, how to use all the apps. It's just a crazy world out there, but it's so fun to dig into technology stuff. So, what questions do you have? And I'll give you like 1 minute, and you can yell out any other songs or hymns that you want us to work on. And I will go listen to the Steal Away Jesus, and the other one was I'm so glad the troubles won't last, I think. Oh, you're welcome, Vance. Good to see you on 2 days in a row, Vance. Nice. What's one more hymn or two you guys want me to work on? And we can just stay simple in the key of C. Here's a fun little tip as I'm waiting to see if you guys have any other hymns or songs or ideas that you want me to cover. I always want to do what you guys want to do. So one little fun tip, speaking of, I'll put Wade in the water down. Speaking of C major and A minor, we've been talking about in the blues and jazz world. The lesson I did yesterday, we were talking about how you have the first 5 notes of the blues scale, and just remember that you go down 3 half steps. Now you're in A minor. So even on your blues stuff that you're doing, even over hymns or whatever, that if you're in the C major, think A minor a lot of the time. You can think pentatonic, so minor pentatonic kind of sounds, but you can also have that bluesy. See, you hear that right there? That's Ray Charles right there, and of course, thousands of other musicians. But this idea of sliding that minor third down a half step with that third finger is so nice, and even sliding up, of course, with our second finger. But isn't that a nice thing of thinking, no matter what chord I'm on, if I'm on C, and you just have to practice doing that. But that's just such a nice, like a nice home, regardless of what key I'm on. I can hit that. Yeah. I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. Yeah, that's a perfect example of using that little Ray Charles idea of just like but usually it's on the 5th. So you're stealing and borrowing from all of the greats, right? And I have one more tip for you guys. You guys ready for one more tip? If you are, put yes I am in the chat. Now, for anybody that's just hanging out there and you're seeing this video, here's a couple of things you need to know. I do have 2 academies. I have the Chord Academy and I have the All Access Academy. And just being real with you, most of the people who are in the All Access are the majority of the people in the Chord Academy. But I do have probably about 5 or 6 people that are in the Chord Academy, and it's a lot of fun. And it's crazy how affordable it is until the end of this weekend. I said tomorrow night, but I'll probably wait till the end of this weekend because I'm in no hurry to go up. We're going to go up by $2. So instead of a cup of coffee, it'll be like a cup of coffee and a donut. So if you don't want to sign up anytime soon, that's fine. It'll just be an extra donut, no problem at all. But it's still like $4.99 a week or whatever. But it's crazy the amount of things you get for being a part of that. You get 2 lives, just like we're doing right now. That every week we talk about chords and when we talk about voicings, and then and how to apply them. Like I don't just show you how to do this and show you these loops and stuff. I say, all right, let's say you're working on this song or whatever, and then we work on this is how you use it. So I like chords and context, and I always give sheet music and everything. But in addition to that, some of you don't want to be a part of any kind of community, but maybe you want to support the channel. So now I have it set up to where my software is. If you want to support the channel, you can go down there. There's a PayPal link, and you can say, hey, I just want to give you a donation here. And all of this is very helpful. I do tons and tons and tons of free content. You guys know that. And so it does help me. I have a lot of expenses this just for being iMusicAcademy. I do a lot of crazy things. I also support other channels, which I think is important to do as well. Whether it's me or somebody else, make sure you do that. The other thing is, so you could do like one-time support things, but also my newest fun venture is the join. You hit the join button, you could just see the different tiers. We have a membership area now inside of the YouTube community. So it's a membership area. So like Vicky is a member, so she has that little cool icon. And I'm sending out things all the time in there. I'm sending out like, here's the chord chart we did today, or here's a course of mine, or here's a live stream only for you guys. And so anyway, I'm super excited about that. I launched that last week, and we have 5 members right now. So I'm very excited about that. Nothing is ever expected here, and I appreciate just the fact that you guys hang out and support the channel even by showing up. So thank you for doing that. Okay, now, so here's the last tip that I'll show you guys for today. Yes, I am. I need to... all right, so yes, I am. I grew up in the Methodist church, and so I should know a lot of these, but some of these I might not know, so that's... Yes, I am. All right, I'm going to look up all of these. Okay, so here's the tip, and I love this for beginners. I taught this girl piano. One of my guitar students is a high schooler, and she's really awesome. She's really awesome, and she's been playing guitar, and she said, I want to learn piano. And so she does a lot of worship songs and things, and so we've been working on not only songwriting, but this idea of learning how to play piano quickly, but that sound really good. So that's what I'm going to show you in the next 5 minutes, and then we'll be done. All right, so watch this. Oh, yes, you are. I got you, Vance. I wrote that down, and I bet "Yes, I Am" is a worship song. I'm going to go out and say that. All right, that's funny. All right, now watch this, everyone. Please pay attention. Buckle in. This won't be a long thing, but here. If you're in the key of C and you have C, D, and G, the first note of the C scale, the second note, and the 5th note. And we're going to start there, but we're going to beef it up with one more extra note. But if I'm in the key of C, that's going to sound great. That gives me a C2, instead of C major, it gives you a nice C worship kind of sound, right? If I go down to B, there's a lot of tension there, but it does lead to A minor. Right? So watch this. A minor, what does that make it? Automatically that makes it an A minor 11, which sounds a lot better than this. Right? Got a little tension, little flavor there. If I go down again, now I'm at a G with the sus, right? That 4 is suspended. If I go down again, what do I have? I have like a 6-9 F major with the 6th note and the 9. That sounds nice. If I go down again, I have a C2 with the E in the bass, which is a very, very popular way to play, right? You have this idea of that really goes nicely with that. If I go down again, I have D minor, which that's my D minor 11, and then if I go down again, I'm at C major. Now, if I want to beef that up just a little bit, I'm going to double the G, and now I have this nice full chord. So if I was playing like, let's just say, I'm going to do everything in the key of C, but let's just say, what a beautiful name it is. Everybody knows that. What a beautiful name it is. Notice I'm not changing the right hand at all. The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a beautiful name it is. Nothing can stand against. What a beautiful name it is. A in the bass, the name of Jesus. Now watch this. Here's the bridge. Dun, dun. So notice what I'm doing. I'm playing. I'll probably get demonetized for that. But the idea of da 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 da. Notice that I'm a second version C triad, and I told you already that one of the things I love about the second inversion triad is the fact of how melodic you can be on top with that. That's where all my melodies come from. If I go da 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 right, so go back to almost any song you can think of, you can do with that one shape, right? That's what is so nice. And I would say this, don't just take my word for it, try it out. Like think of any song. If I did joy to the world, the Lord is come. F, let earth receive her King. Boom, boom, let every heart, or let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Maybe I cheated there. Isn't that nice though? Just like for my beginners out there, you get this going, C, D, G, or G, C, D, E, G. You can change any bass note and it's going to sound fantastic. And the next step would be this. I like to say skip a white note. So you do C and get 4 on the floor going, and then you skip a white note, and now you're at A. Skip another white note, you're at F. Skip another white note, you're at D, and then you can go up to the G if you want, and then repeat it again. And you can just really get used to getting some confidence of playing. You're worthy of it all, you're worthy of it all. For from you are all things, and to you are all things. You deserve the glory. Day and night, let incense arise. Day and night, right? Any song you could think of, and especially in the worship world, you're going to be able to do with that. Yeah, Vance, I really want you to do that, and then I want you to pick a few songs and try it out. Like, and it'll also help, with ear training too. So that's a fun little assignment for. I'm literally gonna get off this live in just a second. But remember what I said. Forget about all the other fancy stuff and do this. You're gonna give me C in second inversion. So work on your triads, your 2 triads, and then go down and do your first inversion 2 triads. If you want, you can walk up. You can walk up that if you want. But then the third thing is to take that C and then just experiment with the different sounds. And then I'd even dare somebody to write a song on it. It's kind of weird to think that we went from here at the beginning of the stream and using rhythm to play all these fancy little rhythms to that. We ended with what really matters, and that is songs and simple chords. All right, as I always do, I always say you have 30 seconds or 45 seconds to say goodbye to each other for now, and I'll see you on the next stream. So you have that time now. Vance, good to see you. And I wanted to say your name, the other person, Vicky, of course, I saw you today, but I don't know how to say S-Z-E. Zachary's. I like that. I could say Zachary's. Oh, and Jeffrey. Good to see you, Jeffrey. No, you got to tell me now. You got to tell me how to say it now. Like, spell it out the way I could say it, because I know I'm going to see you again, and I want to make sure I get your name right. Awesome. You're welcome, Vance. Yeah, you're going to have to spell it out. I'm not leaving the stream until you spell out how I'm supposed to pronounce your name. Real name is. You're gonna have to help me pronounce that, because I would say like Leal, or how do you pronounce Lehel? I want to get it right. Jeffrey, yours is easy, and mine's easy. What's up, James? Hey, James, thank you for sending that the version that of the Bolero the other day. I think it was Bolero. I really appreciate that. I listened to that and I really enjoyed it. That was a great piano version of that, and I wasn't aware with that guy. So thank you for sending that. That was awesome. Yeah, you got to put in there how to pronounce that, and then we'll get off the stream. James, have you been here the whole time? And just now saying hello? Yeah, great for Bach interpretation. Yeah. Lay. All right, I'm going to have to look it up. You're not helping. Because Lehel. I don't want to say it wrong. Oh man, I was looking it up. Hold on a second. No, you have to. All right, fine. I will work on it. But you could just go like, is it like Leal? Let's see if somebody else can help. James, how would you pronounce Lehel? Because you keep saying it's okay, it means it must be difficult. German. I did take German in high school. And all I know how to say is, haben Sie ein Geschenk für meinen Geburtstag? All right, I tried. James, good to see you. Keep practicing. You have to let me know what you've been working on lately. I think I might do a saxophone stream later. Ah, yes, it's difficult to pronounce. I thought so. Well, I'm going to work on it. It's Hungarian. Well, you know what? That's good. I might be able to, with that information, I might be able to pronounce it because I saw this little website that said how to pronounce different names, but I need to know where you're from. So awesome. Well, I'm very glad that you're here, and I'm very glad that everybody else is here. I met some new people over the last week, like Vance is kind of new. You're a little bit new, at least me being able to talk with you. James is relatively new-ish. He's been around for a while. All right, guys, have a good one. And Vicky's been around forever on this channel, of course. And Jeffrey's been around forever. Always count on Jeffrey. All right, guys, be good. Be thinking of the next jazz song that you want me to show you guys how to play and make arrangements on for our public channel on iMusicAcademy. All right, see you on the next one.